Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to my second episode of my series Learning Urien, where today we'll be talking a bit about bread and butter combos, but mostly about what you actually get after ending your bread and butter combos. So what you get after doing your special moves and the different situations you might get yourself in doing your special moves. So we're talking about like your hard kick, shoulder ender, your headbutt ender, and so on. But let's just take it from the start here and talk about the hard kick, shoulder ender. So we have a near and dear Rio bot here set to do a free framer, the stand punch, and we're just gonna start out with doing this combo. Bam, dash up. That's meaty. Do you guys remember how we talked about the stand medium punch last series and how all the options you get off it? Yeah, you're gonna see the stand medium punch used a lot in this video for how you follow up after ending your combos. So as you just saw, dashing up after doing a hard kick shoulder. You get the stand medium punch as a meaty, and it counters the free framer. So, of course, this also works if we do the air hard kick shoulder, if we hit him out of the air. So, and of course, that's a bit of a different timing, but you just have to watch for it, and you still get that combo too. And you can follow it up again, and you get the idea. So yeah, so as you can see, when you do a hard kick shoulder ender, you can get the stand medium punch to follow up to keep up your pressure, if it's back recovery, if it's non-recovery. So that's the shoulder. Let's talk about the headbutt, hard punch headbutt. So a simple combo, I'm just making sure we have everything set right here. So a simple combo would be something like this. I'm gonna do this. And I didn't get the hard punch because I was too slow. But you see how if you do a light punch headbutt after doing the hard punch headbutt, you can do a stand medium punch to pressure again. This works best on normal recovery, but you can also do it on back recovery, but you don't get the same range, which means you actually also have this option right here. Just doing a normal dash up as before. And that works great for back recovery. I even did it too fast, as you can see. Works great for both options too. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure I mentioned it there. Also, something as you saw, if you do normal recovery, if you're up against the opponent that do normal recovery a lot, you can actually do this option right here. Ryu said to do a free frame, so won't work as well, but I'll just show you real quick how it looks. So we do the same thing again, and the medium punch one, and you see it traded. I go to the other side and I trade it. That means since Ryu does a free frame move and I do a 4-frame move, it means I'm +1 since we hit each other at the same time. So if we make Ryu do a 4-frame move like his crouch light punch, and we do the same thing again. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna show the combo too. We get that, and then you can keep up the pressure by doing a dash, and you get. Anyway, this works best on normal recovery. I can show you how, but if they do a back recovery and you do the medium punch, you're not gonna get punished. It's still a meaty for you. So no matter what, doing the medium punch one, you are not in a too unfavorable situation, and you're in a favorable situation against all characters that has only a 4-frame or higher. But you have to be aware that you get trade on hits. Also, all these options I show you, all these options where you can do a stand medium punch meaty, you can do a throw. You can do a throw to bait them out. So you can also do that with the shoulder and stuff. Just so we are in the clear about that. So that was some of the options from your headbutt and shoulder and mid-screen. And let's just talk about the EX moves too, because they're a bit different. So let's first talk about the EX shoulder. So, oh, sorry, that's a pure habit. They said so doing a live 4-framer, so I messed up the timing. I did it too fast. As you can see, if you do a move so fast that you do the move and then you get hit. That means you have too many recovery frames, and of course you're doing it too quickly. So it means you actually can do something even better, you know, even slower button, so like a stand hard punch, for example. So let's just do it again. And you see, I want you to notice when I do this that Ryu wakes up really fast when you do normal recovery, and so you have to be a bit more aware. It's a bit harder to actually time between them because you have to watch out a bit more. You see, and you don't really get the same option if you do back recovery. The only thing you really get is the stand hard punch for a cross counter, because you're not really in range for the stand medium punch, and you can't do a dash up because that's unsafe. I just want like so that you know, because I see people ask me like, because Ryu wakes up so fast on non recovery, and I see sometimes people shimmy, you know, they try to back off. But you can't, you're committed in that state. When you do an EX shoulder and do fast recovery, you're committed to either doing a meaty, throw, or blocking. And you are in a you are literally in a rock, paper, scissors situation with your opponent. Where you have the advantage because he's knocked down. But you just want to know you can't back off and shimmy, you're gonna get thrown. If he wakes up throw, he's gonna throw you, you can't get out like that. So that was the EX shoulder. And then quickly the EX headbutt, because I see people do stuff like this, and that isn't too great. Sometimes I do it myself when I don't have charge, but you see the range I map right here, like you can't really do much, like you don't have a throw, like you can do a stand medium punch, but you can't really do the crouch medium punch to follow up. You can do a stand hard punch and hope to press a button to get a cross counter, but you're not really in that, they can wake up blocking and you can't threaten with a throw, so it's not really that good. So they can always wake up block and they're pretty safe unless you do something unsafe as dash up, which they have to interrupt them. So that's not really the greatest options for that. And the same I see people do this. That's just some nice damage, but you see he did a back recovery and there's not really a lot more to it. What I suggest you do and what you probably should do is do this. Notice I keep the charge if I do the move and keep the charge, because light kick shoulder has the same property as hard kick shoulder and the same amount of knockdown frames. So doing a light kick shoulder to end the EX headbutt with, you get the same amount of pressure as you do the hard kick shoulder. So that's really good. You can turn a situation where you're blocking and about to defend and stuff, you know, your opponents are pressuring you, and turn it into a situation where you are suddenly pressuring them, and you can do more from that situation, of course. And now you have the upper hand after doing an EX wake up. So that's worth thinking about. So that was some of the normal situations where you do it. Also quickly want to talk about the cross counter combos, because Urien's cross counter combos changed in the last patch. So what I wanted to quickly talk about with this is just like, you know, the new cross counter combos of this. And again, it's a harder headbutt, so you get this to follow up and do more damage. Also, if you do stand hard punch. Messed up. Let's not do the fancy punch right now. If you charge the stand hard punch, you get the crouching hard punch, which of course is more damage, and you know it's not unlikely that you hit that in neutral if you're looking for it. So that's also really good. I just wanted to talk quickly about like that's the new cross counters. You know, of course you end them the same way that you end your normal combos, with a headbutt or with a shoulder or EX shoulder. You just have to be prepared for doing the media after I told you before. We'll get more into like the different options you get from cross counter if you have V trigger in other videos, like the combos you can do with those. This is pretty bare bones at the moment, but I think it's worth talking about. Also, something I haven't really talked about, but you know, I'm doing these combos and I'm not really showing you guys how to do them. I'm just doing them, but I want you guys to notice I have on the left side of my screen, I have the whole, you know, my inputs. So you can just look at my inputs and see what inputs. I don't do anything crazy with my inputs. I just do, you know, the buttons and the directions and stuff like that. So if you don't know the combos, you can look at the inputs and see what my combo is. So that was the EX moves. Alright, quickly, I just try to do the juggle. I see people sometimes ask me why they sometimes miss the juggle moves, like the crouch hard punch juggle, like crouch hard punch, light headbutt, crouch hard punch. And let's just try doing it again. See, it's pretty hard from that range. And and he's landing behind me, which means I do the crouch hard punch too early. You can see it like that. If he lands in front, you do it too late. If he lands behind you, you do it too early. So let's just do it one more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, I can't do it right now. Okay, no, let's quit it. Anyway, as you can see, it's pretty hard from that range. And then if we do it with this button right here. Thank God I hit it. Oh my God, that would have been embarrassing if I missed it. You see how that was much easier. I hit it in the first try. And it's simply because of the range Urien is at. Let's just take a look at this. I'm close as I can get. You see? I'm still in range. You see how far I was away from him, but still got the crouch hard punch. Now let's look at the range if we do this. You see how close I am compared to before. That's why it's sometimes harder. You can always hit the crouch hard punch juggle. You can always do it. It just depends on how close you are to the opponent when you do the first crouch hard punch, how hard it's gonna be, and you can assess the situation out from what you know. You know that this crouch hard punch juggle after a cross counter is gonna be harder than the one with the stand medium punch. So you can assess like if it's tournament, if it's worth going for like the extra bit of damage to like show off a bit and do a bit more cool stuff. Damn. Anyway, so yeah, that's why it sometimes misses and sometimes hits, and that's the reasoning for all of that. So, with talking about juggles, let's move on to doing the corner. So Urien has different combos when he's in the corner, and the usual combo you would do in the corner is this one. That's the typical combo you do, and it has some different properties, which makes this very interesting because of these juggle properties. Also, some people ask me how you actually do this combo. Simply, you just have to hit Ryu in this case at the peak of the floating point, kinda. You know, like you have to hit him so like it's only like the top of your elbow that hits him. That way you get the best way of juggling into the medium kick knee. So it's just about training when to hit it, and you have to hit it as early as possible. And yeah, from this combo you get a few different things, and yeah, let's just check out some of the different things you get. You get this juggle, which leads to this, and if you hit it medium enough, you can actually combo it with crouch hard punch. So you saw me do a throw there, a medium punch. You can also do a throw after that juggle. So there's a mix of it more from this. You can also do a backdash if they're fearing for you doing a throw. And you know, because Urien's backdash is so slow, they might not really be reacting. They might just be reacting to you to do something else than a button, not really thinking about it. So sometimes I like to do that, and because the backdash is so slow, they react. They try to do a throw. They get, and you can do that, and and I would most likely do in situations where that would lead to a stun. So that's kind of interesting. If you want to do a bit more damage than the more forward medium punch, you can do this. This is excellent, and of course you can follow EX shoulder, as I told you before. You can follow it up with a stand medium punch, counter hit, keep the pressure going if they decide to do any form of wake up. So that's how you get that juggle going in the corner, and how that works. And of course there's also some other stuff. If you're playing against the opponent, I just want to show you this small thing. It's a bit gimmicky now, people know about it. But if you play against the opponent, you know, do a lot of back recovery, especially in the corner. You can actually, if you finish a combo with headbutt, check this out. Ooh, I messed up the combo, but ooh, tricky. You're in front if they do back recovery. If you do, but this isn't safe. I'm just gonna blow it off people if they. Oh, what? That's weird. Oh, sorry. It actually is safe. Yeah, it is safe. My bad. I messed up. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what I was thinking. That of course is safe. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, it's safe. So you can actually do it on normal or back recovery. But but the bad thing about this still is that if they wake up blocking, and you know, they wake up blocking, you switch side, and suddenly you're in the corner, he's not in the corner, and you look like a doofus. So you have to get him back in the corner as fast as possible, because corner position wins games. Anyway, that was just a quick, a quick thing, a thing you can do. Another thing, I'm just gonna show you different stuff you can do from the corner now. Another thing you can do, this is pretty damn tricky. This one is pretty damn tricky still, even for me. I miss this quite often in training mode. I do it better in matches, but like this juggle right here is pretty damn good. Okay, I did it the forward front version right now. And this is really good because if you hit this correctly, you can actually side switch, but this is actually pretty hard. And as you saw before, my execution is not really there with the juggles, so as you see, there you go. Yeah, and if you do the back medium punch, like I was holding this way, but because I was doing it so quickly, you get forward medium punch in the auto correct. There's sometimes something even happen. But yeah, you can switch side with a fireball juggle if you do this correctly. It's pretty tricky to do. I did it pretty fast there, but it's pretty tricky to do. Just letting you guys know. And what else? I had something in mind. No, we're good. I talked about what I wanted to talk about, and you guys have learned some new stuff with that. One last thing I wanted to mention, because I've shown you all these follow-ups and stuff like that, but if you actually want to do like V-trigger cancels, like you're doing your combo, but you have V-trigger and you want to hit him with a mix-up, and maybe an overhead or something. The way you cancel into your V-trigger is by not doing normal shoulders or headbutts. You have to convert your combos to do EX shoulder is a normal way to do it, so like you do stuff like this, stuff like this, and like maybe do an overhead and then, yeah. I'll talk more about this mix-up later. I'll talk more about this mix-up at another time, but yeah, that's how you convert into like, and of course, like if you hit him with some light punches, like, but look at the scaling right now. You can't do, it's a waste to just do a normal combo with it. But yeah, you have to cancel into either, I'd say EX shoulders is the best one if you want to get your V trigger going from a combo. That's like a safe bet, if you get your combo and you're like, damn, if I only had used my V trigger there instead of like trying to reset him and I got hit by a DP, I would have won. So just that's the best way to get your V trigger combos going, is just cancel. Then instead of doing your headbutt, cancel or shoulder, then cancel into the EX shoulder. That's the point I was trying to get across. And yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you want me to cover a specific subject, write down below. If there's something that confuses you about urine or something, just write below and I'll try to help you out. Maybe make a video about it if it's a topic enough meat on it. And hit the subscribe button if you want more videos, notifications when these videos go live, and also share it. I appreciate when people tweet out they like this, and thanks for the nice response from the last video. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you learned something. See ya.